everybody, I'm Joni Young if you're new here. Welcome back to my channel for another acrylic painting tutorial. This is what I'm going to show you how to paint today, this lovely colorful seascape. So join me now and I'm going to show you step by step exactly how to do this. Thanks for watching. Okay, so here are the brushes that we're going to be using today. I've got my 5-piece set of brushes here, 14 filbert 1-inch mop brush, number 3 round, 2 rigger, and 20 flat. I'm working on a 10 by 10 stretched canvas. I have the following colors here: neon pink, neon red, phthalo blue, compost blue 1, burnt sienna, sap green, light olive green, lemon yellow, and titanium white. So let's start off by painting the sky. I'm going to take my 20 flat brush, a little bit of white, and a little bit of phthalo blue. And I'm just going to start adding that blue and white along the top. Now I'm going to pick up my compost blue, a little bit more white, and a little dip of water. I'm going to start adding that where I left off and partially over that blue. I'm going to rinse my brush out. And I'm going to take some white with a little bit of pink. And I'm going to start coming in with the horizon line. So just below your middle mark, your halfway mark down the canvas. And take a little bit of yellow, a little bit of pink and white. And just start mixing that. And we're going to work our way up into that blue. Until the colors just start to fade. Okay, now I'm going to take a little bit of blue and a little bit of pink, and I'm going to make a purple shade. Okay, so a light, soft purple, and I'm going to come over the horizon with some little islands in the distance or mountains. Okay, then I'm just going to cut right in here with the side of our building and then go on an angle to the top left corner. Now we're going to come out here, pull, making it wider. Slide the brush up and down, wiggle, wiggle. I'm going to take a little bit of blue. Go across like that and down. And then lightly paint in different directions, down, a little side to side. Then we're going to take our brush and gently scrub and blend out side to side here. We take a little bit of that blue and white the compost blue. Gonna lightly go over the purple. And we're just starting to slowly build up our cool shadows. Take a little bit more of that purple that we made. Add some down here as well. Right down the left-hand side. Oh, a little bit more white. Okay, then I'm going to take some burnt sienna, pink, and a little bit of blue. And we're going to add an archway. So we're going to go up and then down, up, over, down. Paint it in a little bit more of the burnt sienna. Take a little bit of green, blue, phthalo blue, and burnt sienna. Add a darker outline right about there. A little line that comes down here. And then we're going to go over here with the rest of that color because we're going to be adding some tropical plants and flowers up here. And what I'm going to do is start working on the water. I'm going to take some white, a little bit of yellow, and compost blue. Okay, so lemon yellow, white, and our light blue here. We're going to start by adding sort of a triangle in here. Then I'm going to take more of the compost blue and I'm going to start to fan it out just outside of that triangle, pulling it back and forwards, back and forwards. This way we pull in the light and dark to each other and then you get a nice fading. Now let's take some of our phthalo blue with the compost blue and start to do the same further out where the water gets gradually deeper. I'm leaving a little space here for a railing, and I'll bring that in a little bit. I'm going to take a little bit of white, a little bit of compost blue. Let's take a little bit more white and just gently pull flat across. And I'm just going to soften those lines so we get a little bit more of a gradual blending. Okay, now I'm going to use my number 3 round brush, and I'm just going to take a little bit of white, a little bit of pink, a little bit of yellow, yes, you can just use straight white if you want. However, it's going to be prettier to have a little tinted white. Okay, I'm going to add a little sailboat in the water, so we're just going to hardly push at all, just very lightly add a little line like this, and then make it a rounded sort of skinny triangle. I'm going to wipe the excess off and then just add a little bit of a reflection down in the water. And maybe we can add a few other indications of little hints of other sailboats out there. Just smaller and smaller. Let's take that light pink again. Peachy pink. And just add some hints of it. Okay, just a quick little wiggle under there. I'm going to go back over to the flat brush now, and I'm going to mix up some peach, yellow and pink and white. Let's take a little bit more pink. And let's add a little railing here. So we're going to hold it on an angle like this and go over the top of this. So this is like an inside little garden wall ledge, and then we're going to paint the top. So thinner and then wider. And then let's add some of those warm tones down here on the bottom. Some along the top, just lightly. Just picture the beautiful sunlight casting through the leaves and the flowers. So let's gradually add a little bit more pink here and there. Maybe just play up on the color a little bit. Okay, then I'm going to take a little bit of my yellow and my blues. Start adding some here. A little bit of yellow in with there, or a little bit of yellow in with that over there. Okay, I'm going to take some chunkier paint now, thicker little blobs of paint, yellow and light olive green. And I'm just gonna start applying it kind of thick, pushing it and leaving it on there into that blue. We'll have some flowering plants here by the door. Got a little up in here as well. I'm going to take the mop brush pretty soon and come in with that. So with our mop brush, I'm going to take a little bit of sap green, a little bit of light olive green, and I'm going to start to tap and dab. Have it kind of spilling over. Have a little bit kind of just going up the corner around the other side. Let's take some white and some yellow with our olive green. I haven't rinsed my brush out. We need the white with our light olive green so that it really shows up. The white will help prevent it from being too transparent, because I'm using a white that's opaque. I'm going to take my number 3 round brush, some white with the yellow and the pink, and I'm going to just outline the door frame and take a little bit of red, pink, yellow. I'm going to add a little bit of a warm light against the door. And then more burnt sienna. A little bit of blue, a little bit of green. And just add a few little streaks coming down. I'm going to take some blue and green again and add some for some shadows and to make it look thicker and denser in here. This will accent our bright highlights even more. Rinse my brush out, and I'm going to make a little bit of purple again, pink, blues, a little splash of white in there. Just add a shadow. And then down here on the bottom, a little bit as well. little bit more white where you want it to be just a little softer. Clean brush, back over to my peachy pink. Playing up on a little bit of the sunlight reflections. A little bit more in the water. And back over to my purpley blue. Let's catch the inside now of the door frame, little archway. And I'm going to come in with some more peach and white, and just holding my brush kind of on an angle. I'm going to add a little cloud up here. Come inside gently with a little bit more and layer it. Okay, now I'm going to come in and start adding some burnt sienna. This will be the first stages of our flowers. A little bit here. Seems like a strange color to add for flowers, right? But it'll make sense. Okay, the next color, red. And we're going to tap and dab. So we're just adding to the green and a little bit of that burnt sienna. I take some white and some yellow. Tap and dab some more. pull into just a little bit of that light olive green as well with our lemon yellow. Okay, rinsing my brush out. Now I'm going to take some pink and some white, swirl them around, and build on from these red ones up here. Add a little bit of white here and there. A little bit of extra pop of pink here and there. Back over to my red. A little bit on the door. Okay, I'm gonna make purple again, the bluey purple, and I'm gonna skim over the far bottom left here, purposely picking up and dragging and mixing around a little bit of the pink flowers, and take a little bit of white and start where I left off and come just right back down to the bottom, but a little further away. So we're gonna leave a little bit of that darker purple on there. Okay, let's go into some sap green, some olive green, both of those colors on there. Push on some leaves. Take a little bit of burnt sienna with the rest of the red. Tap a little bit of that in there. And then I'm going to take some phthalo blue. Pink. Clean brush. Some yellow and white. A little bit of pink. I'm going to widen that a little bit, and then I'm going to make a little flower pot, terracotta pot. Okay, so I'm going to add a little line like this, and then a little oval. Then just a little shadow. Add a little bit more burnt sienna inside now. I'm going to add a larger one right here. Take some white, some pink, some yellow, burnt sienna. I just dried this off so I can come over with a layer of this peachy yellow hint of burnt sienna in there. A little more generous with a little dash of pink there. And a little bit of purple. A bit of a shadow. Just going to soften the shadow out. Blend it back over here. Clean brush, some more white, tinted a little bit with some pink and some yellow. I'm going to add one more little pot. Just a little one there, with a little bit more of this color now. A little bit of blue in there just to create shadow. So I'll just go over the 1/2. I'll line that. Okay, I'm going to use the filbert brush next. A little bit of blue and sap green. Let's tap in some leaves. A little bit spilling over. And a little bit on this little pot back there. I'm gonna add a little bit more red here with a round brush, some yellow, white, olive green. Let's add some leaves, some brighter leaves, a little bit of sap green in there too to make another shade in there. Okay, I'm going to take some red and pink, a little bit of white. Remember to make them a lot smaller for the ones that are farther away. I'm going to come back here now and add some more red, just because as it starts to dry, it gets a little bit darker. Add a little bit of white to make a few lighter shades. I've got a little bit more yellow here. Mix a little bit of white with that. I'm just dabbing on last little bit of bright green highlights. I'll be a little bit more generous with the rest of the paint that I've got here just before we wrap up this painting. It's really fun to create these colorful paintings and get to share them with you guys. Doesn't color just make you happy? Sure, it's nice to have some calmer palette paintings once in a while to look at too, but I like to offer a little bit of everything here on my channel. Mixing up a little bit of peach. Last little bit of details here. Do a little bit of blue just to come right inside this door here. And that's the phthalo blue, just adding a little bit there. Just a little bit of white. I'm going to get close to the base of this wall. Just to clean up that line a little bit. My goal isn't to make this a super neat and tidy painting. It never is. I like more impressionistic style, but I just wanted to make that a little wider down here and pushes that wall out just a little bit. Okay, so that wraps up another painting session. Thanks so much for joining me today. I hope you liked this video and you want to paint along. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more and join Patreon for even more exclusive content. Thanks everyone. I'll see you soon in my next video. Bye!